In 1990, members of the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration in La Crosse asked Sister Melinda Gerke to oversee religious services. Part of her preparation involved some exploration at the Mary of Angels Chapel. She wanted to learn what she had available to enhance her work, and what she discovered became an unexpected part of that ministry.
If not for the curiosity of Sister Melinda Gerke, it's possible this harp would still be in the attic, inside the Maria Angelorum Chapel, damaged and unplayable.
Here was this beautiful instrument, absolutely broken. You wouldn't even want to look at it, much less play it.
If not for her persistence,
the word is pestering,
it may not have been repaired.
After a lot of convincing, they said, yes, you can get it fixed. Take some pictures.
The harp went to Chicago in 1990, where it was created by a company called Lyon and Healy in 1904. While it was undergoing renovation, another question arose. Who's going to play it once it returns?
I said, well, I will. So at the age of 63, I started learning how to play the harp.
She had only 5 lessons, but a lot of determination. And this is the result. For the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration, music is a tradition. The harp is one instrument through which the sisters share that heritage with one another and members of the community.
And then I asked the community, I said, could I volunteer at the hospitals and the nursery? I know how much it would cost to pay for somebody like this. So can I just go there as a volunteer? And they agreed. So I never had to charge. And it just grew and grew from that.
You might call it a harp ministry, something that often has profound effects. One day, as Sister Melinda played at a local hospital, she noticed a boy and his father watching. The boy had a cognitive challenge, but was mesmerized by the harp.
And I said, all right, bring him over. Would he like to play? I said, just take his finger and play it across the strings of the harp. And so Daddy did that, and this kid just lit up. And Dad cried. It was the first time that father saw his son smile. Now those are the things you remember.
When Sister Melinda discovered the harp in the attic and in disrepair, her focus was preserving part of the history of the Franciscan Sisters. She had not, immediately, considered all the good that would result, but the experience raises a question for all to consider.
And how much of what you're doing now did you really plan?
She says the harp ministry is not her work, but the work of a higher power, using her as the instrument through which others may benefit.
I have one meditation on the Psalm 23. You know, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. May I not want for good to give to others. May I not want for an exciting life to live.
Through curiosity, persistence, and determination, Sister Melinda Gerke fulfills that mission every day. Something, in this case, that began with an old harp in the attic and a desire to bring it back to life. In La Crosse, Dave Soley, WXOW News 19.
Now, Sister Melinda continues to play the harp at the Mary of Angels Chapel, St. Rose Convent, and the San Damiano Chapel at the Viterbo University campus. Now, she may return to local hospitals if that opportunity becomes available.